Interior, replicant lab, night. A male adult figure lays on a medical table, hidden beneath a white sheet. The sheet hugs his body tight, almost vacuum sealing him within a second skin. A large monitor hovers above the figure, showing the body's lifeless vitals. Flatlined. The monitor suddenly goes dark, then wakes up with a massive data dump, text spilling down the screen.
Organ germination complete. Respiratory complete. Neuronal firing pins engaged.
Animation of lightning strikes envelops the screen.
Charging. Firing.
The screen goes bright white, illuminating the room. As the white fades back down to a dark screen, the vitals screen returns. The data begins to show life, a heartbeat, respiratory readings, etc. Exterior, Wood's home, backyard pool, night. At an opulent backyard pool sits Dr. Wilbert Woods, African-American, 60s, reading a book. An alert rings on the smart tablet, which is propped up on a side table.
Replicant is alive.
Surveillance video of the replicant lab appears on the tablet. Back in the replicant lab, tremors envelop the body. It vibrates hard and releases the seal of the vacuum sheet. Back at the pool, an animated graphic of the spiking vitals appears on Woods' tablet. Without looking up from his book, Woods responds.
5 cc's of lorazepam, please.
Back in the replicant lab, the body calms down and his vitals are now strong and steady. Stirring awake, we finally see the replicant, Okoro, as he pulls the sheet off his athletic build, African-American, 18 years old. Okoro sits up and looks around. He sees a door with an electronic lock, currently lit green, unlocked. Wearing nothing but white boxer briefs, he stands and stumbles a bit before attempting to take his first steps. Back at the pool, on the tablet, Wood watches Okoro stumble towards the door.
Lock the door, please.
Back in the replicant lab, Okoro jumps back at the sound of the deadbolts engaging. The electronic lock goes red. The computer, with a serene voice, begins to speak to him through the room's speakers.
Good evening. Your name is Okoro Woods IV. Your birth date is November 22nd, 2042. To exit containment, you will need to solve a riddle. Are you ready to play?
Yes, but...
You're driving a Metrobus that has 40 seats. There are currently 15 passengers, leaving 25 empty seats. At the first stop, 2 passengers get off the bus and 6 get on. At the second stop, 10 passengers get on and 8 leave.
Wait.
At the third stop, 7 passengers leave the bus and 4 get on. At the third stop, 11 people disembark as 5 board. And at the last stop, 25% of the remaining passengers leave the bus. Question: what is the name of the bus driver?
Okoro.
Correct.
The lock goes green. Back at the pool, an alert on Dr. Wood's tablet goes green.
Level 1 is completed. Level 2 start is pending.
Wood stops reading and turns his attention towards the tablet. Back in the replicant lab, Okoro walks towards the door.
The number of people left on the bus is 3, by the way.
He grabs the door handle just as it locks and goes red. Back at the pool, Woods nods approvingly and goes back to reading.
Level 2 initiating.
Level 2 initiating.
Back in the replicant lab, Okoro jiggles the handle, frustrated.
You were not asked for that solution. This is the wrong response. You're not complying with my game.
A screaming alarm blares throughout the room. Okoro backs away and covers his ears. The light begins to strobe. Finally, boom! He punches the door, knocking it off its hinges. Back at the pool, On the tablet, a 4-digit dial of numbers spin at a blurring rate of speed before finally stopping at 1500.
Level 2 completed. That punch registered 1500 newtons, by the way.
Impressive.
He stands up
Don't get distracted.
and heads towards the living room entrance. Interior, Wood's home, living room, night. He starts up his stereo and puts on a record. A beautiful aria spills out of the speakers. The vintage spinning turntable has a slight flaw, a metallic scraping sound, as if the platter is off-center.
Initiating level 3.
Interior, Wood's home, hallway, night. Okoro nervously enters the hallway. He takes note of the music playing. Back at the pool, Dr. Woods sits back down and picks up his book. The tablet kicks into listening mode. The ambient sound, including the music, is now registering as a waveform across the screen. Woods continues to read. Back in the hallway, Okoro walks towards the end of the hall. Through the opened patio door, he sees Dr. Woods sitting poolside with his back to him. On the floor by the entrance sits a toolbox. Okoro bends down and grabs a long screwdriver, while cautiously keeping an eye on Dr. Woods. He exits the house. At the pool, Okoro now stands ominously behind Woods, gripping the screwdriver. The doctor dog-ears his page, and then gently lays the book down upon the side table, next to the tablet. He speaks to Okoro without turning to look at him. He instead gazes at the cover of his book, Poems by Phyllis Wheatley.
You know, it's not unusual that scientists are never asked to address non-scientific topics, like poetry. The reason, I think, is because too often we get caught up in our technical disciplines and our research projects and forget our essential humanity. This became crystal clear to me when my oldest son was in high school.
A light suddenly comes on inside the house, in the living room. It catches Okoro's attention. He sees that the light is illuminating a shelf. It has an urn sitting upon it. Next to it is a picture of Dr. Woods and his son, who looks similar to Okoro.
He asked me for the definition of a human being, but he wanted it in engineering terms. The definition I gave him was this.
Back in the replicant lab, montage. The monitor in the replicant lab switches into systems check mode. As Dr. Woods speaks, we focus on the screen as the computer remotely gives Okoro a biological checkup. It's a beautiful technical montage of the interior of his body.
A human being is a complete, self-contained, totally enclosed power plant, available in a variety of sizes and colors, and reproducible in quantities. Human beings are relatively long-lived, have major components in duplicate, and science is rapidly making strides towards solving the spare parts problem. Humans are waterproof, amphibious, operate on a wide variety of fuels, enjoy thermostatically controlled temperatures, circulating fluid heat, evaporative cooling, have sealed and lubricated barriers, audio and optical and rangefinders, sound and sight recording, audio and visual communication devices, and are equipped with a sophisticated control center called a brain.
Back at the pool, Okoro takes in what he just heard. His jaw tightens, not completely appreciating the depiction.
When I was through with that description, it became significant to me what I had omitted.
Okoro grips the screwdriver tightly.
What goes beyond this robot's mere existence and turns it into a human being?
Okoro tilts his head slightly, intrigued.
The meaning of being human is the most significant of all subjects. Science will never be able to reduce the value of human commitment to a formula. It will never be able to reduce the value of what people do for others. Caring, reaching back, helping. You can have all the technical knowledge in the world at your fingertips. But if you aren't a caring human being, you're the most dangerous creature on Earth, and the most unfulfilled.
There's an uncomfortable silence. Woods becomes nervous. He senses Okoro moving closer to him. He can almost feel the screwdriver inching closer to his neck. He snaps his head around to face him. But Okoro is at a distance, standing by the record player. The music is still playing, marred by that metallic scraping sound. Okoro takes the screwdriver and engages the transport screw atop the platter, next to the turntable. The transport screw locks the turntable in place when transporting the unit. Angle on the smart tablet, still listening. The waveform is distorted by the scraping anomaly. Okoro adjusts the transport screw until the scraping stops. The music is now pristine and beautiful. The tablet now shows a smooth waveform. The screen goes into fireworks animation in celebration.
Level 3 completed. Orientation completed.
The screen goes dark, and a single word appears on the screen.
Nativity.
Dr. Woods is poker-faced. A single tear streaking down his cheek is the only giveaway to the magnitude of this moment. Woods turns towards Okoro and is shocked to see him bolting towards him, menacingly. Okoro leaps at Woods, but he passes high above him as he cannonballs into the pool, drenching Woods with an explosion of water. Okoro sinks, still hugging himself into a ball. But then he relaxes, and slowly Deadman floats up. He smoothly breaks the surface and rolls into a back float. He points at Woods.
Waterproof.
Woods laughs. As Okoro drifts in the crystal blue water, he looks up at the night sky. Billions of stars.
What is...
Cut to black. A quote appears on the screen. The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe. Albert Einstein. End credits.